Hey Lou, you know how they say 7 is a lucky number?
Yeah.
Well, get used to it because that's going to be your score for the rest of the year, apparently.
Oh. Wait a minute. What's your score?
5. Ironically, that's my lucky number.
Welcome to TFSPOD, otherwise known as the Few Show Podcast. It's 24/7 Lou, and that's
Rick Hard, still enjoying my former championship reign from 2020.
And that's
the one-man band. My lucky number is going to be whatever number makes me win.
Oh. Yes, folks, welcome to TFSPOD, otherwise known as the Few Show Podcast. Number one show in the world, number one show in your heart, number one show on YouTube, number one show on Spotify. We're not even there. How do we get there? Anyway, number one show in your girlfriend's heart. Yes, this episode we'll be talking about the aftermath of NXT in your house. This is
in whose house?
Your house. Sorry, NXT TAKEOVER in your house. Man, can they make the names any longer? Anyway, this is the aftermath show. Big celebration we're going to have here because someone has tied. But first, let's get everyone's favorite number one line. The one-man band, please, let everyone hear
it. Rick Hard, get the scoreboard.
All right, folks. Scoreboard with the update from In Your House. In Your House. That's right. You've got tied for first. It's 24/7 Lou on one side and the one-man band on the other side.
Yeah.
At 7 points apiece.
Ooh.
Don't worry, I'm right behind. With 5 points apiece.
5 points.
5 points. 5 points. Shout out to Booker T.
5 points. 5 points.
And you've got tied for third. Yep, there you go. You can hear him in the background. J. Few and the randomizer.
Not you. Another week in a row. I love it.
Woo! And then right behind them, Big Al, 1 point, and then everyone else is at 0.
Eagle.
With 0.
Yeah, with 0.
Including Bogey.
0 points.
Including Bogey / Eagle.
Yeah, here we go.
Yep.
So, yeah, wow, there we are, tied up in the predictions battle we have here. Okay, it's getting exciting. It's getting very exciting. All right, so, okay, by the way, I want to say that was funny last week, how we had that sound of your... Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I enjoyed your performance last week. That's all I want to say. But yes, yeah, it was very funny. But yeah, it was very funny how last week we heard that for JFU. But okay, now let's talk about NXT in your house. First off, what do you guys think overall of this pay-per-view before we start digging into every single match, how it went?
It was surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I know NXT does good shows.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like, But you know what? Like after seeing it, I was thoroughly impressed. I would say not the best show that they've ever had of all time, but good one. I would say it was entertaining. I was entertained watching it.
Yeah. All right. And Rick Hard?
I gotta say, give it a consensus pick on that one. Obviously, not everyone enjoyed it, based on what I'm hearing. But I enjoyed it. You know, points aside, solid show. LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes, I think, was, if not tied with match of the night, definitely close to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The five way was pretty enjoyable too.
Yeah, that 5-way was great.
Yeah.
But overall, from start to finish, even though it was a five match card plus the pre-show match, solid from start to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, I agree. I have to agree.
Yeah. All right, so let's begin. Okay, what was the first match that we had for the night, Rickard?
So we did have a pre-show match. Nobody really gave points on it, but you had Sarai and Zoe Stark go up against Aaliyah and Jessie Kamea from the Roger Stone brand. And Sarai and Zoe Stark won in the pre-show.
Robert Stone, right?
Yes, the Robert Stone brand.
Okay, all right.
With Robert Stone in the background, at ringside.
Okay.
All right.
And we
now for the main show, that we didn't predict it because it was added in last minute from the looks of it.
Okay.
But then we had our first match of the night, which started the match off the night off perfectly for you, Lou. It was the champions six-man tag match of Bronson Reed and MSK. That's Nash Carter and Wesley going up against Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, and Raul Mendoza, also known as Legado del Fantasma.
Yep. And
where everyone but you said champs retain, and sure enough, that was the match. That was the match that was make or break for you because Bronson Reed and MSK won.
Afterwards, I looked it up. I'm like, oh god, they were just new champs. The other people, come on, why did I go this way? Afterwards, I was like, after we did predictions, not after after the show. No, I'm sorry, after the show. I was thinking about. I was like, oh, why did I go that way? Oh man, but anyway, that's how it goes. That's the predictions game, right?
Yep, that's what happens when you go bold.
Yep, sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes Lay's beats Doritos.
There you go.
All right, so what was the next match we had?
All right, next match we had was Xia Li along with Boa and Mei Ying versus Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah.
This was actually my make or break match.
Oh yeah.
So I felt for you, Lou. On there. But you had Xia Li win Mercedes Martinez in a pretty, it was actually, I think, the shortest match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Not including the pre-show, it was tied for shortest match of the night at 7 minutes and 40 seconds. And we kind of touched upon it before recording, but me and One Man Band kind of have a suspicion that might have been a botch.
Oh, okay. Like what? Explain. Like what? What do you think happened?
There was a spot in the finish where Mia Ying, Xia Li. Sorry, I'm thinking of someone else there.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, it happens.
Xia Li got the kick in on Mercedes Martinez, and One Man Band, and I was like, it's kind of odd. The finish of it was because she hesitates, kind of does a quick glance towards the ref, and then goes for the cover because it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pinfall just happens, and I'm like, okay, that was odd.
Yeah.
But then the finishing spot of it, and the reason why I went Mercedes Martinez was I thought the clear feud that this is building towards is Mercedes Martinez versus Mei Ying, who was on the throne, watching it from the rampway. And then Xia Li goes for the chair, tries to beat up Mercedes Martinez, and then she just ends up getting walloped with the chair along with Boa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's just, it was like, what was the point of this? Wouldn't it have been, she just lost to the lackey, and you're trying to develop her to fight Mei Ying. What's going on here?
Well, now that we're talking about this, it makes me think. Could it possibly be that Mercedes Martinez maybe was slated to win the match, and because of that botch, perhaps they went with an audible, and then they did that sequence afterwards to try to save face?
Let me answer that question. Of course, she was supposed to win the match. I don't pick losers. I was robbed.
Well. It happens.
I was robbed, just like Cameron Grimes.
You were robbed just like I was robbed for 2 pay-per-views.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, man.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
I should be at 9 right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, we should. Mm-hmm. I should be at 9.
All right, so we had that match. What was the next match we had?
So it's funny. One Man Band brings up being robbed on 2 pay-per-views, because one of them he was robbed on by the randomizer, who got a point over all of us with this next match, being LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes in a ladder match.
Yep.
for the vacant $1 million championship.
A lot of good spots in that one.
Even the finishing spot was also pretty good too. There was one spot that stood out to me, which I thought was a missed opportunity, where Cameron Grimes jumps onto some kind of like scaffolding that actually led, if he would have climbed it, if he would have climbed the scaffolding, gone around, it could have led him to the championship.
Oh, yeah,
where the championship.
Yes, he could have climbed to the top and gotten the championship.
And I saw that, and I just thought to myself, man, that would have been a cool scene where it's just, LA Knight isn't paying attention, and Cameron Grimes is just climbing the scaffolding to get to the thing. Yeah. And then they race to get the title in the briefcase.
We would have seen a spear in the air or something. That would have been cool.
That would have actually been really cool. They went with a different spot. Cameron Grimes jumped off the scaffolding onto LA Knight on the outside. Crossbody, I believe it was. Still a good spot.
Yeah. All right, so yes.
But all in all, LA Knight, new $1 million champion.
Yeah. Wow. Surprised all of us as a randomizer.
Yeah. Now there was we talked about this in when we were watching it. There was a spot where when Cameron Grimes was going to the he went to the side scaffolding.
Yeah.
Because there was a point where I almost thought he was gonna actually climb the scaffolding. And Rick Hart said this too. It looked like he was gonna climb the scaffolding and he was gonna go get the title.
Yeah. That's what we were thinking.
I thought that. I really thought that he was gonna pull like a fast one and just go to the middle and just grab it and then just fall down and be like, I won. Kind of deal. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty funny. Good match.
All right, next match. What was it?
So the next match, which I think, I don't want to say it was the weakest match of the night, but it had the mix of being a bit by the numbers while also not doing anything. It was also placed right before the main event, so that's probably why. But it was Raquel Gonzalez versus Ember Moon with Dakota Kai at ringside. And we saw, you might recall I predicted Shotzi Blackheart might come out and cost Ember Moon the match. She did end up coming out, but it was just to even the odds and attack Dakota Kai. But I really did think when I saw the video package for that match, I'm like, come on, this is clearly ringing out to the whole oh man, Shotzi. They brought up the War Games match. They brought up the tag team championships. They brought it all up, and I'm just like, yeah, they're bringing this all up to mention that Shotzi Blackheart's had a really bad year, so she's gonna snap. And then no, she just came out to attack Dakota Kai. I was like, oh, dang it. But the prediction was still right.
It's probably coming. Who knows?
Yeah. I guess it's one of those things where they're like, we got to save it for weekly programming.
Yeah, it's the slow builds.
Stop trying to make the
slow build. Hopefully not as.
Ricard, stop trying to make the WWE's job better, or so much harder by making easier by coming up with good storylines.
But actually, by having good booking, they don't
good booking.
They don't want that.
they're like, no, that's a good idea. We'll wait. I just hope they don't wait on it like Sasha Bailey.
No.
Yeah.
But anyways, Raquel Gonzalez got the win over Ember Moon. It really did seem like they were really trying hard to make Ember Moon look like a legit, because the size difference was very noticeable from the very beginning.
Yeah, no question.
But Raquel Gonzalez with the win after 12 minutes and 40 seconds into the match. Pretty good.
All right, and the next match?
And the last match of the night, the Fatal 5-Way, which we all predicted who would win, except for the randomizer, who thought Johnny Gargano would get the win.
Yeah.
It was Karrion Kross versus Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano versus Pete Dunne. And Karrion Kross got the win with technical submission. He knocked out. Which was surprising. He knocked out Kyle O'Reilly, who had the calf crusher on
Adam Cole, right?
On Adam Cole. He had the calf crusher on Adam Cole, and Karrion Kross came in and snuck out and got the win over Kyle O'Reilly by pretty much snuck him out.
A lot of good spots in that one. Oh man, a lot of good spots.
Yeah. The double power bomb onto Karrion Kross onto the announce table that didn't break by Cole and Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh yeah,
was one. Pete Dunne was an absolute machine in this match from start to finish.
Never fails.
The finger manipulation, all that, brought it all in. Karrion Kross looked like a beast, though. He was fighting all of them.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Didn't one of you guys say he looks like some character from somewhere?
He looks like in Super Punch Out. In Super Punch Out, the final boss, Nick Bruiser. He looks just like him, and I was surprised none of you made a comment. None of you made a comment about that when I posted it. Like I looked at it, I was like, he looks just like him. It's hilarious.
He kind of did. I saw the image, and I was like, wow, that's.
I was saving my
accurate,
comment for the recording.
I couldn't make a comment because somebody got thrown through the door to my house. On the set.
I was getting serious like Super Nintendo vibes like the last one, Nick Bruiser, and he just walks out and he's just like flexing his pecs. It's hilarious. I was like, oh my god, it's 1994 all over again.
He looked like he was wearing gladiator dress.
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
With his outfit. It was cool. He looked like the biggest competitor there, and the opening of the match was someone else attacks each other, and he's just standing there watching it because nobody wanted a piece of him. And I'm just like, all right, that was different.
Yeah, normally
you guys remember, I was commenting when the match before it started. I'm like, they're all going to attack him. He clearly looks bigger than the rest of them. He's clearly a threat. They're all going to attack him. And then it didn't happen. And I'm just like, okay, I guess I was wrong. Way to subvert expectations.
And then at the end of the show, we had their.
But that's why he won, because they didn't all attack him.
Also, want to mention at the end of that show, we had William Regal saying he's quitting, but
yeah,
update on that.
No, he said it's time for a change. He said it was time for a change. He did not say he was going to quit.
Okay.
We did get an update on that, which I liked because when he made that announcement for it's time for a change, I thought he was going to retire.
Yeah,
which I was not a fan of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He pulled an Owen Hart. Yeah. He pulled an Owen Hart in Nation. Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Oh man!
Rest in peace, Owen Hart.
Yeah, rest in peace, Owen Hart. Miss you.
Miss you too. Miss you.
But no, the swerve was that instead of Samoa Joe becoming GM, he becomes the enforcer. And cannot get physical with other wrestlers unless provoked.
Should be interesting.
TikTok, young champion.
TikTok. All right, so yeah, that was NXT TakeOver in your house recap with the winner of the night being the one-man band, getting 4 out of the 5 right.
4 out of 5. I'm telling you, man. Like I'm coming. Yeah. Hey, it's.
I believe it.
I'm pulling an MVP's theme song. I'm coming. Walk out with the clock. Clock's ticking, brother.
Ooh,
that's right. That makes it perfect. Because Lou.
You heard that?
What do you mean? He's not coming after me. He's already surpassed my points for now. But Lou, that does remind me. Mm-hmm. As Samoa Joe said to Karrion Kross, Lou, and this should be one man band giving the line, but TikTok, young champion.